resting and recovering in Key West, I got ready for day 2. Now, the plan was simple. It was to ride the motorboat back to Miami while the A8 took a break or rested on the way up. All right, well, family, it's time to head back on the motorboat. I'm praying that this one does as well, if not better. I have a feeling it's going to do better than the Aniioki. I'm going to stick to the same rules, not go faster than 30 miles an hour until we get to the 7 Mile Bridge. 7 Mile Bridge, I have to step it up. And let me turn on Strava. And we have 100% charge. Are these things on? No, they weren't on. Because we're riding in the morning today. All right, my beautiful people. Let me set my GPS. Because we're gonna go to Marathon first. Marathon is how many miles? It's saying an hour, but I wanna know the frickin' miles, guys. 53 miles. So let's hit start and let's rock and roll. Morning. Oh, another freaking chilly morning. Let me set this right. So yesterday the Aniioki performed really well. On the way down, we really had no issues. It wasn't super windy, but it wasn't not windy. But it was definitely chilly for most of the ride. So let's go, people, let's go. Look at that night sky or that sunrise. Sun is coming out. It's gonna be a beautiful morning. I'm hoping it's gonna be a beautiful morning. I'm praying for a beautiful morning. I'm gonna try to manifest a beautiful morning like that orange sky. The motorboat started strong. If you haven't seen any of my motorboat videos, I highly recommend you go to my playlist, go under motorboat and watch some of those bikes. The motorboat has great torque. It's a comfortable ride. It's smooth. It's quiet. I love this bike and it has great speed. Everything was going exactly as planned until it didn't. So we will see if the motorboat gives me the range that the Aniioki gave me. Now in the poll, the Aniioki won, hands down. Most of you guys believe that the Aniioki has more range than this motorboat. But as I was mentioning before, oh man, that was a cool electric bike. As I was mentioning before, the reason I think this one is going to give me more range, it's lighter. It's I think it's a single motor. The other one I used, I didn't use that front motor except for the 7 Mile Bridge. But single motor, I think the motor here is a little bit more efficient than the Aniioki. So that's why I'm thinking this was going to outperform in terms of range the Aniioki. But only time will tell. And I do like the fact that I got percentage on this one. I didn't have that on the Aniioki, just had the battery bars. But I didn't lose a battery bar until almost 40 miles in. And I don't think oh, look at that. That is beautiful. That is gorgeous over there. And I don't want to go super fast right now because it is still kind of dark. And I really want to be able to see if I'm going to run into some kind of pothole or something. So let's continue, people. All right, guys, if you're planning on doing this trip, going back, I didn't realize they had this trail here. So leaving Key West, you're gonna find this little trail here, and it's 10 miles of just this trail, which is good because you're not fighting with traffic over there. Plus, not only are you not fighting with traffic, you don't have to worry about all that junk that it leaves on the side of the road. So it minimizes your chances of getting a flat tire. But it's only 10 miles, so your first 10 miles, you have that nice smooth road. Oh man, what a beautiful morning here in Key West. Yeah, I thought this bike path was only 10 miles, but it's not. It's a little section where you're gonna get off of it, and then you're gonna get right back on. This is much better than when I was coming south. Unless there's one southbound, I didn't see it. But this is much better. And then this car that's here, this cop car that's here, nobody's in it. Because that car's been there, was in the same spot yesterday. And I'm gonna look now, I guarantee you there's nobody in it. Yep, nobody in it. Just telling people, slow the hell down. God is good, people. God is good, look at that. I saw people going south on this trail. So if you're taking this route and you're coming south, then stay on this trail. I think it's much better than being on the southbound lanes. And although it doesn't go 100% all the way through, I've gone, how many miles? Let's see. We're at 20 miles. That was a good time to check too. We just hit 20 miles and it's still going on this path. So it's a good path. So I'm at 20 miles. I got 95% battery. 95% battery at 20. So start giving me your guess in the comments as to how many miles you think I'm gonna get. Am I gonna finish this route just like I did with the Aniioki? I'm gonna give you my guess, and I think for sure, I got 21 miles, 95% battery. So I think for sure, but if you just estimate or guesstimate, right? Reftimate, get a rough estimate, you're looking at about, I think 10 miles for 10% or 10%, yeah, for every 10%. So we will see. I'm gonna push hard though. When we get to the bridge, the 7-mile bridge, we'll see how much battery I drained there. Because I did drain a lot of battery on that bridge on the Aniioki. So it's gonna be interesting. All right, here's some facts about the Florida Keys. Florida Keys are, as you guys know, because we took, I think from the moment you start at Key Largo, down, it's about 120 miles to the southern point, right? The other very cool part about the Keys is the formation, right? These are ancient coral reefs that form these islands. And there's 42 bridges that connect all these islands together, with the 7-mile bridge being the most famous and the iconic, obviously, and the longest bridge here in the Florida Keys. This looks like it's brand spanking new. I wonder if it is. Another thing that the Keys is really famous for are the coral reefs, right? I think they're the third largest, or it has the third largest coral reefs in the world. It's known for its fishing, its diving. It's it's really a blessing for me anyways to live so close to the Keys. Oh, and one key note, on the way south, I didn't mention it now on the way north, but there's a key called Deer Key, or there's an area where there's Deer Key. Now, Deer Key are small deers that are known only in this area. Quote me on that, or correct me if I'm wrong on that, but that's what I was told, and that's why there's a big habitat of Deer Key here, and that's why they call them Deer Keys, because they're only known in this area. Here are 2 fun facts about the Florida Keys, and I've already talked a lot about the 7 Mile Bridge, but here's a fun fact: it's only 6.2 miles. They named it the 7 Mile Bridge. And I don't remember exactly why, but I know from point to point it's 6.2 miles. But they call it the 7 Mile Bridge. And the second very interesting fact about the Florida Keys, specifically Key West, is that it has the oldest continuous living not population, but it's the oldest city that's been continually habitated, and I believe it was 1820 when the first people settled there, and it hasn't stopped since 1820. So it's been continuous. We're coming up to that key deer habitat that I was talking about. So these key deers are protected, right? So they're crucial for this environment. So the government said, hey, we got to protect them. And there's a habitat coming up here for the key deers. All right, I just hit 90% battery, 91%, but let's say 90% battery. I'm at 32 miles. And I just burned 10% of the battery. I got a good feeling that this bike is gonna do phenomenal. I will say this, regardless of whether or not this has the same range as the Aniioki, it's much more fun riding this bike than the Aniioki. Aniioki is nice, it's good, but man, I've been going off-road, on-road, I can maneuver this much easier than I could that Aniioki. Holy smokes, this is a windstorm! Wow! The wind is crazy here. I gotta duck down! Damn, this is crazy! It's moving the bike! Wow, that was wild! That wind was insane in that bridge. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens on the 7 Mile Bridge, because the wind was so strong there, and I was on level 4. I dropped from 90% to 84% in a matter of seconds. Let's see, now that we're out of the bridge, see what happens with the percentage, man. But that was insane. Yeah, this wind, I knew the wind was gonna be a problem, and it's a problem. I mean, it is crazy windy. We'll see how I do on the other side of this bridge. All right, we're entering Bahia Honda again. Our Bahia Honda State Park is this way. What's interesting about Bahia Honda is that there's a lot of, if you're a diver, it's a great place to come diving because there's statues under the water, which is pretty cool. All right, here we go, the 7 Mile Bridge. Yesterday coming through here was insane. Today, with all this wind, I think it's gonna be worse. I'm actually gonna go slow here. Gotta tuck down because it's so windy. The wind's so strong, it's moving the bike. This is crazy. It's hard to control the bike with the wind. I gotta get off the bridge. Shit. Holy smokes! That bridge was insane. I feel beat up. Let me see how much battery I got. 67%. Wow. I lost a lot of, let's see the miles here. 47 miles. So we went from 32, what is that? 5. In 15 miles, I lost 20% battery. Holy shit. And this is my first rest stop. I've gone, let's see what I've gone. I've gone 50 miles, so 50.9. So actually almost halfway. So let's keep rocking and rolling. It's been extremely windy. So, and I'm surprised that the bike has held up that much. Anyway, my beautiful people, let's keep rocking and rolling. Right around mile 50, going on the overpass, the rear tire caught a nail and blew out. All right, I got a nail in my tire. I need my my compressor to go ahead and fix that real quick. All right, I got a flat. So trying to fix the flat. You'll see the flat out kicks in. At this point is when I found out that I had forgotten to add flat out to the bike. That was a critical mistake because had I had flat out, I could have taken that nail out and continued to ride because the flat out would have sealed it. Okay, it's taking air now. It's 9. It's 9. I attempted to fix it, but on the side of the road, but I didn't want to waste a lot of time. So what I did was I hopped on the Aniioki A8, and thankfully that bike was charged and ready to go. I'm gonna have to finish the ride in the Aniioki because I just realized I don't have flat out on these tires. I can't believe I had this bike for so long and never put flat out on it. So I'll fix this when I get home, but it did me good for 57 miles. All right, I got the Aniioki up and running. I don't have to conserve any battery, so I'm gonna go full throttle all the way through. I got 50 miles to get back to Miami. Let's rock and roll. All right, back on the Aniioki. My motor go. I can't believe I didn't have flat out on that motor go. What a dumb move, not having flat out. About halfway back to Miami, the A8 picked up a nail. This is what's crazy. Almost about 1 mile into that ride, I picked up another nail. And again, it's a reminder to you guys, anytime you're riding on the shoulder of any road, that's where all the garbage and debris is. So you have to be very careful. And the fact that the A8, just like the Motor Goat, it's a very heavy bike, the chances of you getting a flat increases. And that's what happened with the A8 as well. But the blessing is that the A8 had flat out. So I took out the nail and we continued on. With the A8 under me, once I took that nail out and that tube sealed, I was able to push on, and I decided to push hard because I'd already gone 50 miles. All I needed was a little bit over 50 miles. So I went on pedal assist 5 and full throttle, and we went, baby. I mean, we went hard. So I don't have to conserve any battery. I got plenty of battery. What does that say? Leaders nearby. All right, we got 19 more miles to go. I've been going pedal assist 5, doing about, well, let's see how fast I've been going. See if I made up some time. All right, we've gone 88 miles, and our average speed, well, we don't have the average right now, but I have been going 35 to 45 miles an hour. See this traffic? This is the reason why sometimes it's better to be on a bike. I mean, look how crazy this traffic flow. You guys haven't seen the line, but a lot of traffic, and I'm gonna go blow right by them because I'm on a bike. But there's only one way in and one way out of Key West. So I wonder if this traffic is because of just normal traffic or there's an accident or something. 10 more miles, 10 more miles and I am done. 10 more miles to the Miami-Dade County line. I tell you what, my butt does hurt. The total ride back was 109.71 miles, and I completed it in 4 hours and 6 minutes. Now, this is despite me taking a break to get something to eat, me trying to fix the Motor Goat, and when I got that second nail in the tire, stopping for a second because that nail in that tire happened right as I was about to hop on one of the bridges. So I stopped for a second, made sure that that rear tire was sealed and going. So I completed that ride, even though it was longer, faster than I completed the ride going south. So in total, and here's the final verdict, after 216 miles on the 2 days, the Aniioki was reliable. It delivered incredible range, survived a nail in the tire, and carried me all the way down and all the way back, or most of the way back. The Motor Goat rode great while it lasted, but that flat tire at mile 50 and the lack of flat out ended that ride early, which was a little disappointing because I really wanted to see how that Motor Goat performs for that entire 100 and plus miles, and I'm very confident it would have done well had it not been for that flat tire. Again, let me recap. Here's a big lesson learned. Always add flat out to your tires before any riding. This Miami to Key West and back pushed everything that the bikes had, and including my body. The two bikes, the 2 days, over 216 miles, one major flat, and a whole lot of sunshine. I give the bike, specifically the Aniioki, a lot of respect, because that bike, and I said this before on other videos that I've done, that bike is really the workhorse of the fleet here in South Florida. And trust me, the next long ride is not far away. We are going to be doing more of these because I had a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I'm planning to do at least 4 in 2026. And the longest being the Appalachians, right? I don't know if I'm going to go all the way to Maine, but for sure I'm going to go from Georgia to Virginia in the Appalachian trails. Miami! What a ride, people. What a ride. Oh, my whole body hurts. All right. I might take a ride inside this park. Because I made it. Oh, my goodness. Let's see what we got here. 106 miles, people. 106 miles. 106. It was very good. Very good ride. So stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel. And don't forget, ride, hustle, repeat.